Welcome back, everyone. We will move on to our next session titled Identity Management for Hybrid IT with Windows Azure and Windows Server 2012, R2. The speaker has been a System Center Cloud and Data Center MVP for 6 years and is a well-known speaker at leading industry events such as Microsoft Management Summit, Microsoft Tech Ed in the US and Europe, and Microsoft Tech Days in Europe and Asia. He contributed to various System Center books and was the co-founder of SystemCenterCentral.com. He runs the Dutch System Center Universe Group and founded AuthoringFriday.com to help build a community around authoring System Center packs. Please welcome our speaker, Maarten, System Center MVP at OpsLogix.
Thank you. Thank you and good afternoon. Welcome to my session here at System Center Universe Asia. I'm proud to be here. It's actually the third time I've been to a System Center Universe event. The first one was in Europe, second one last month in Houston, Texas in the US, and then now the opportunity to come to Kuala Lumpur and to talk to you about identity, which is an important subject for everybody. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Maarten, a System Center MVP. If you have any questions or want to follow updates, you can follow me on Twitter. And I'm available after the sessions for any questions. So the thing I wanted to talk about to you in the next 50 minutes is identity. Because we all know how important identity is. Most of you will have it today in your enterprises, where you might be using Windows Server Active Directory to be able to provide your users with means to authenticate themselves, secure your files, secure your applications. And this is a straightforward business. But with the cloud, things change. Even if you are adopting clouds internally, like a private cloud through Windows Azure APAC, or you're adopting clouds from public means, such as Windows Azure, Office 365, Amazon, other providers, you're going to have multiple identities. Normally, these providers will arrange for their own identities for your users. And if you don't really care about identity, you'll end up with a situation where you'll have multiple identities, multiple passwords to manage, multiple user IDs. And these are the things we want to avoid. So the challenge today is we want to start supporting our identities for the cloud. And how do I take my Windows Server Active Directory and be able to support our cloud applications going forward? Now, the other thing to worry about is these internet services run at scale, right? Office 365 has millions of users throughout the world, and your identity system also needs to scale in a way that it can support your users when they're traveling, when they're overseas, or when they're at home, or even when you grow and add users to your platform. So we need to be able to support cloud applications, things like Office 365 in the short term. We must run at internet scale and be high available, because if our cloud service is high available, our identity needs to be high available for us to authenticate and gain access. And we want to support our investment in Active Directory going forward. So these are the things I want to talk to you about in my session today. Now the solution is Windows Azure Active Directory. And what Microsoft did is they took the lessons learned from Active Directory on-premises in Windows Server and applied them to an online identity system called Windows Azure Active Directory. They took the lessons learned, and they're also providing you with a way on how to connect Azure Active Directory to your on-premises Active Directory. Because the user IDs you have today, you want to